morning and welcome to San Diego Living. I'm Renee Kohn. 50% of kids these days grow up in a divorced household. And while that statistic may seem overwhelming, our next guest says a broken home doesn't mean you cannot be a successful parent. Author and former counselor and mediator and a single mom, Gabrielle, here to bust that myth. Good to have you on today.
Thank you so much, Renee. It's nice meeting you. I really appreciate this. It's an honor.
It's such a wonderful message that you're sending out, and I want to get to your personal story because you have raised a 22-year-old and you're still raising a 13-year-old.
Yes.
And you came in contact with a lot of negativity,
yes,
a lot of obstacles and barriers with being a single parent, and you said, you know what? I want to bust that myth.
Yes, definitely. It is definitely a myth. I think it's a stigma that's put on from society, from mainstream society, about single parents, and then it kind of just filters throughout, our lives, I believe, in the school systems, in life. And I still watch women, primarily single parent mothers, still feel kind of a little bit discouraged about their divorce or being single moms.
And although we're not saying that it's easy, and there's a lot more perhaps responsibilities. Being a single mom, you say, also has its rewards and its blessings.
Definitely. And I think the most rewarding aspect of being a single mother is watching your children as you rear them up and you empower them, right, to be individuals. And I think sometimes they have to take on a little bit more, as a team, as we do this as a team in a family environment, because we are only to have one another. So yes, I think that single moms in and of itself is a little bit tiring, exhausting, but it can be done, definitely.
And not just be done, but done really well, and you say that you can really bond and be a cohesive family.
Yes, and that starts early in life. And I was a single mother early when my son was 3 years old. I became a single mom. Of course, very reluctant to, very just discouraged by the whole event. But I always knew that together, between my son and my daughter, together, regardless of what we went through, our faith that we had in God and just with one another, that we were able to sustain. And that's what I always kept in the forefront of our family.
What are some of the myths that you would like to bust that you have addressed in your book?
Well, some of the myths are that, this is on a lighthearted note, all single moms are not looking for a husband or someone else's husband. Another myth is that all of our homes are not dysfunctional. I think society, when you hear the word broken home, you kind of always look at that as a single family home. But we know that there are many dual parent homes that are dysfunctional as well, but they're not considered broken homes, right? So, and another myth I would like to break is when it comes to men who are single fathers and women who are single moms, men are looked up as heroes when they're single fathers. They kind of get a little bit of sympathy from society. Oh, that type of thing. Single moms is like, what did you do? How did you get here? That type of thing. So I want us to make better choices.
Like you're broken or you've done something wrong.
Exactly.
When you're saying that's not even the case. It may even be a choice to be a single mom.
That's right. It could be a choice. And again, I'm not sure that those who find themselves in that situation reluctantly, right? But you have to say to yourself, I'm going to take this, I'm going to raise my children effectively. This is no longer about me. This is about my children and what I can give to them. I mean, they grow fast. My son's already 22. I can still remember when he was 3 or 4 years old. So they grow really fast. So let's do the best we can while they're small.
And you have done an amazing job with your kids. And I think it's evident in some of the fun stories and the humor that you use in your book.
Thank you.
I want to ask you, for other single parents that are watching right now, what were some of the things that you did or concepts that you used to help you in those challenging times?
Well, one thing I realize is that as a family, the single parent, we're in a relationship. Relationship like you would have maybe with your husband or your wife. This is a relationship. So one thing I always did was kept the lines of communication open, right? I want to make sure, even as teenagers, when the communication kind of start to break down, when they're little, they're excited about seeing you after school. Hey, Mommy, guess what I did today? Hey, Daddy. And, what the teacher said, they're gabby. And then they get to be teenagers, they kind of start to pull away. But that's the time they need us most. I know we think that they're getting older, they're bigger than we are probably as well, but they need that structure more at that time. And I think do not allow the communication to break down. And you, as a single parent, you have an advantage because you don't have to intervene with someone. You can go straight to your children and you can kind of open up with yourself, and that makes them stay in communication with you as well.
April, thank you so much. We're out of time, but you have a free event that we're going to put on our website, and it's going on this weekend. Plus, we want you guys to get a free copy of the book. So go to san diego6.com and you can get some free copies. Also, here's the information about this Saturday. It's at the Church of Christ on Division Street. NoBrokenHome.com is your website. And girlfriend, you are rocking the house.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for coming on today. Nice to meet you.